You know, when I was scouting, kids would always ask me, or people, how did you get to be a major league scout? So how did you get to be a trainer?
Okay, I went to school for sports medicine, exercise science. So I already had
some big words on me now.
No. Well, that was just my degree, and then it started with me watching Bo Jackson as a kid, and Herschel Walker. I remember that was one of the first workouts that I ever saw, the regimen where he did the push-up and sit-up, and that's all he did. So even as a kid, you know, I was trying to make little items that I can use so I could train in the backyard. And I grew up in the country, so, you know, the back of my house is like 4 acres, so there's nothing there. And it was always
in the real country, huh?
I mean, really, really country. Hickory, North Carolina. So I was always, you know, my dad still laughs about, I had a weight bench machine when I was, 10, 11 years old. So from there, I knew I wanted to do something like that. So when I got into college, I had some really, really good professors who were ex-rugby players at Florida, and they were doctors of sports medicine. So I had some real good guys who kind of pushed me along, and I kind of knew if I didn't make it playing baseball, at least I could have my hand some way into baseball, so it was good.
So how did you get your break into dealing with the major leagues?
Okay, well, so I got drafted.
And again, I sure reach a young audience.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
We want them to know all about you.
I got drafted out of high school, didn't sign. I went to college and got drafted, but it was a year to strike. I didn't sign. I finished and got drafted by the White Sox, and I played with them 3.5 seasons in the minor leagues. And then Kenny asked me to come on as an athletic trainer. And I thought I wasn't finished playing. I thought I could go somewhere else. But I was an older guy. I was, 23, 24. Not too many guys with no numbers are going to, hey, come over here and try out. So the door was open for me, and they welcomed me in. They knew they wanted to keep me on. And there was a position that came up in strength conditioning. I said, I'll take it, because I didn't want to be inside. I like have my hands on with players. And then my degrees, and had everything in place. And, it was important. One thing that my parents always instilled is that, always have a plan B. And my plan B ended up being plan A. Here I am in the big leagues. So, and the White Sox have been very generous to me and kind of created some things for it to work. And I've been here 15 years with the team now. So
15 years.
It was good for me. And this is Ozzy's been generous and seeing the kind of work that I put out there. So I've been with him ever since the inception of Ozzy also.
So, you got the dream job. You get to travel with the team. So what it's like on the road? We want to know the behind the scenes. What it's like? You hang out with these guys off the field?
Not very much. Just because I feel like the professionalism, when I need them to do something, then it kind of changes. So, but it took me a while to understand that, because I'm the same age as a lot of these guys, a lot of the older guys. Like Jermaine and I are really close to a degree, because I know I'm gonna have to bust his butt when he needs to come in here and get in there. So, but we're the same age, so we got respect. We go eat dinner, or have a nice dinner, talk about things that can help them get along. We talk about some of our pastime and guys that we played with in the minor leagues together, and then we leave it at that. But the day, I call it the dream plane, when we travel and stuff like that. When I first came up to the major league level, it was awesome. I said, man, if you're going to be a professional athlete, you need to be here, because this is like that. But it's all in preparing yourself to be where you want to get to. If you can get to the big leagues, trust me, you want to be in the big leagues, right? So saying in the NFL, just having a drive to be there with those guys, I'm telling you, it's special. It's special.
Again, my experience scouting and contact I do have with major league players, I see them just as people.
Yeah.
People that are not around them put them on this great pedestal.
Yeah.
So when you see these athletes, do you maybe in your early days get caught up in the...
I never have, because just growing up, I had a lot of people backing me and say, because they thought that I should be one of those players. So if you put yourself in that scene and say, hey, this is who I should project myself to be, and people are people, and that was another thing my family kind of instilled. People are people, So when I see a guy, I've never had like starstruck kind of thing. I'll come up and say, hey, what's up? How you doing? Introduce myself, and but there are going to be some times that even at where I'm at and the length of time I've been here, I still get rejected by some of those guys. You know, they don't want any part of me either. So, you know, which is fine. You know what's going to happen in that thing. But people are people. I mean, when Griffey was here, it was like I'd known him forever.
Yeah.
But he was a childhood idol. Harold Baines was my idol. But when we met, you know, it was like, you know, just like you and I talking.
Yeah.
So, and you give respect when the respect is due and stuff like that. But still, people are people.
So as the trainer, you get to travel with the team, you get to hang out with the team. And when your friends find out that you're the trainer for a major league team, what is that? I mean, you get all kind of requests for tickets, for autographs?
I don't have much friends and family here in Chicago, but I've met a few people here, and there's people throughout the country, like when I played in college, and ex teammates there that say, hey, I want to meet you here and there, and it's fine. People from my hometown, anytime they ask, my door's always open, because I feel like they should at least encompass and see kind of what I do, because when I'm home in the off season, people just see me every day and they have no idea. So I think that part, kind of bringing some people in, hey, look, this is kind of our world and what we go through every day. I think that's kind of relaxing for me to get for them to see and watch that kind of thing that we see every day.
Well, we're not going to hold you much longer, but we just got to know, when you're away from baseball, what do you do? What do you do just to unwind when you get away from baseball?
In the off season, I'm really into my younger son right now. So,
how old are your kids?
I have a 17-year-old, a 9-year-old, will be 9 tomorrow, and a 16-month-old little girl. Okay. But my 9-year-old, he's since he's been able to talk, he's always talked about being the next two-sport NFL and MLB star. So, and let me tell you, he's pretty much on pace. He's pretty unbelievable. So in my time, I'm with him and his friends, trying to teach him the things that I didn't get. I learned just off of my own talent. So I spend a lot of times with kids, training kids. The older guys I can't train in the off season. It really is. It's more rewarding for me, because none of those guys at that age, they're sponges, and they learn so much in just a quick time. And you can see, as you know too, being a coach, you can see how they just change from day to night. But that's really my passion. And fishing. I like to fish. Me personally, just me. If I could get on a boat, I'd love to go fishing. But that was, being in the country, that's what you did. But
see, as city boys, we just look at the sky at night.
Well, you know what? And that's another good thing, being in season with such great guys in here. Like I've been on probably 6-7 excursions with AJ over the last few years. San Diego.
I'm sure that was unforgettable experience with AJ.
I mean, it was 05. We were in San Diego. We got to go. We had the day off there, so we went and we caught mako shark, 67-pound mako shark. That was awesome. Last year when we went to Tampa, he had us a fishing excursion, and we were in Tampa, and we caught 90 fish in 2.5 hours. That was unbelievable. And we've been to Seattle days and caught some nice sockeye salmon. I mean, just nice, but I mean, nothing I would never do in the off season or could afford to do in the off season. So, but very, very, very exciting and relaxing to do that with some of those guys too.
Well, the coach taking you behind the scenes today, letting you see what it's like on the other side from the trainer, the big shot trainer. Talk to me with the coach, Michael E. Mayden.
Hey, anytime.